Hey everybody, welcome into Domesticated Gamblers, three dads with our favorite picks of the day, coming to you each and every weekday here on YouTube. It is January 25th, 2023. I am Eric. There is Tito. Where is Shawn?
Where's this
Where is
clown
Shawn?
at? Where's
The
this
camera
Joker
is
at? I
on.
mean, I
Uh,
think he's still scared.
Wait, I see a strobe light.
The dead man is back, boys. The dead man is back. I heard a lot of chatter about Tito, little Snoop Danny dog, calling me out yesterday for not showing up. And I'm telling the people right now, if he calls me out again, I'm going to strap on the boots and hot smoke will be calling out little Snoop Danny dog. And we'll get it on one more time in the ring.
You bring it on, big guy. I'll tell you right now, I had some hot takes for you yesterday. I'll have more hot takes for you today. I'm not scared of you. Little Snoop Danny Dog took the strap from you back about 15, 17 years ago. I'll do it again. I'll be I'll be giving you the TKO here today at the show. I can't believe that you just introduced like this. I mean, this is my play. This is who I am. This is my WWE shtick.
Yeah,
What are you doing to me?
I took a play right out of your book, the WWE, came back with the dead man. I saw he was on Raw the other night. So, I figured I'd play it out for you.
Man, that was well done. I was surprised. I didn't know what you had in store for us. I knew that Eric started the show, and I said, "Where's Shawn at?" And all of a sudden, you flicker the lights, and I don't know what the hell is going on now. You got me all rattled. I don't know if I'm going to have any hot, steamy takes today. What's going on?
I'm in his cage, folks. I'm in his cage early.
I think you are. I think you are. We had a lot of WWE talk yesterday, Shawn, while you were gone, maybe a little bit more today. But if you are watching us on YouTube, make sure you do us a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to our channel as well. That would be super, super helpful to the cause. Also, post a comment on our videos and we can chat with you there. And hit that notification bell too so you can get our videos as soon as we post them. You can also follow us on Twitter at Gambling Dads. It's where I recap our plays and track our records. Again, that is at Gambling Dads. Well, welcome back, Shawn. We thought that you were just ducking us yesterday because you had a winless night a couple nights ago. Dropped that 2-star on KU. You dropped a 1-star on Hartford. I don't know where you got that from, but you went 0-2 and lost 3 units that last night, or 2 nights ago. So welcome back today. What do you have to say for yourself?
I think I'm still leading the crew in money, so I wasn't ducking anyone. We had a snowstorm moving in, and I do have to work, and unfortunately, I had to work a little late to clean up some stuff at the office, so I could be off today with the kids. So we've already been outside doing the snow thing, making breakfast. I think we're going to do some forts here in a little bit. So I wasn't ducking anybody. I'm a man of my word. My record's going to speak for itself by the end of the year. I'm not ducking anybody.
Total duck move. You didn't show up. You told us. You didn't even tell us. We had a
You
we
want to
had
strap
text
on the
you.
boots one more
No, I
time?
want to strap on the boots. I'm going to come on down to where you are at, and we're going to strap it on right now. Absolutely. You totally
I'm
ducked
strapping
us.
on my boots. I'm not strapping on anything else with you.
What a joker. Complete fraud. Had a terrible night on Monday night. Didn't want to show his face last night. Took Bill Self, took the Kansas Jayhawks, went down to Baylor, got dominated. Man, what a horrible move. I told you guys all on Monday that was a terrible move. His undefeated college basketball streak came out, and it was a complete joke move. And he lost not one, but 2 college basketball plays. Complete fraud. He should be hiding his face for the rest of the week for sure.
At least my overall record is better than yours in any sport. So.
I was going to say, at least you made some picks, Shawn. I gave Tito a stern talking to on the show yesterday for just sitting on his hands and doing nothing. So I think I lit a fire under his ass, and he is ready to give out some plays today. Just a quick recap of where we stand. Again, I was the only one to make some plays last night, so Shawn's record remains at 9-7 plus 530. I told it up, Shawn. You are 5-1 on your 2-star play, so that has been saving you so far. Tito just 6 picks overall. He's 2-4 at minus 320 bucks. I am 7-8 at minus 151 after juicing out last night. I had the under in that Oklahoma State Texas game. That game went way over. I was way off on that. Blues Sabres went over at 6.5. That was a W for me. Got some tie coming through for me on that one. I do have a play in the Bundesliga coming up starting at 1:30 Central Time this afternoon. I'm on the over 3 in that Bayer Leverkusen Bochum game. A few other plays to give out as well later on, including a 3-star play coming up later in the show. So we are going to cover the NFC Championship game today. We'll do the AFC tomorrow. And then on Friday, we're going to do give our final thoughts, give out the rest of our plays. But more importantly, on Friday, we're going to be joined by one of Tito's nemesis, the South City Zebra. We have booked him. It is official. Tito, for those not familiar, give us some background on your relationship with the South City Zebra.
This guy, he commented on one of our posts. He commented on the first toilet take of Tito from Monday. Obviously, he wasn't happy with my take on CYC and refereeing. Well, guess what, South City Zebra? I'm not backing down. I'm not scared of you like I wasn't scared of you Monday. We booked you. You're coming on Friday. I'm ready. I'm ready for war. I'm ready for some hot, steamy, takes by you. I think you got some sort of obscure sports play that you're going to want to play. I don't know. I'll get better at teasing. We'll wait to announce what that is on Friday, but I know that you're probably not going to like my takes for tomorrow's show. I'm going to be handicapping some CYC basketball action for Friday night. I'll have some action for you boys. I'll be handicapping that. And you know what, Zebra, I'm not scared of you. This guy, he's an older guy who has been CYC and refereeing for decades. He doesn't get it. He likes to have some home cooking. He likes to really cook the books. He likes to call it one way, not like I want to call it, right down the middle. He doesn't call traveling, doesn't call 3 seconds in the paint. He's team coaches up left and right. I'm frankly tired of it. I'm going to hold him accountable on Friday, and he better be prepared for war, because that's what I'm going to be coming for at him on Friday on the show.
So can we get any inside edges on? Can we get any action out there? I know a lot of the Catholics like to gamble. Maybe we can get on the sidelines. We can throw some bets around. You know the inside edge on this referee. What do you think? Some unders?
Absolutely. Like I said, there are going to be some plays on Thursday. I'll handicap some games for you boys. We'll get some action going, and it's going to be a tremendous episode tomorrow, and it's going to be an even better episode on Friday, when I can hold the South City Zebra accountable face to face, and he's going to be embarrassed. So he better be shaking in his boots.
So our first fan of the week is going to be the South City Zebra. Friday, going heads up with Tito.
I don't think we're going to have another fan of the week after I dismantle him on Friday. I think all the other fans are going to be scared to come on with Tito. I told you guys yesterday. I told you guys on Monday. This is Tito's show. This is all about me. I should be getting the screen time. None of you jokers should be getting the screen time. Eric conned me into making some plays, daily plays. I told him I'll have some college basketball. I reviewed the tape from on Monday. I told you guys on Monday, I told you guys last week that, hey, my plays were going to be few and far between, but I'll have some hot takes. And you know what? And we had plans had to be adjusted. Eric had to con me into this. So you know what? I'm a man of my word. I'm not going to back down. I got some plays for you later on today related to college basketball, and you guys will be highly entertained.
Literally, you're repeating what I was talking about when I got conned into the 2 NFL plays, and you told me, "Oh, you got to be a man of your word." And now you're saying exactly what I was saying, that I got conned into those plays. Tito's still a fraud. Every day his storyline changes. This is ridiculous. I'm going to throw this back to Eric till we can get on with the show.
Well, what do you call yourself? Hold on, Eric. We got time. What do you call yourself? You're Sharpie Shawn, or some ridiculous double entendre. I don't even know what that even means. Sharpie Shawn, or whatever it's called. I'm not a sharp. I'm a domesticated dad. We announced last week that I don't really bet, and now you guys are coming back and saying we need you to bet. Well, here I am, man of my word. I got some plays for you. I'm going to have some more plays for you tomorrow related to CYC.
Making plays then. Don't be talking about it.
Well, Tito, you had a good lead last night, not an official play, but the Missouri Tigers, you handicapped that game well. I said I had a good feeling about it. I guess we both nailed it pretty much, but you said, hey, Kobe Brown, he didn't play against Alabama. The Tigers got rolled. If Kobe Brown plays, the Tigers are going to have a good game at Ole Miss. And what happened? Kobe played. I think he had 18 points. The Tigers win easily. you got to trust your gut, baby, on these college hoops. And not only that, I think something you can do to sharpshoot us a little bit, if you sense weakness, you don't even necessarily have to handicap the games. But if you sense weakness in us, in our handicaps, and just want to come on over the top and go on the other side, that's an option too as well. Like, what do you think?
Go one-on-one against Eric or me, baby. It'll be wonderful.
I was waiting to hear if you were gonna say the great one, because you're definitely not the great one. I should have played Kansas on Monday night. I should have went head to head against Shawn. That's a learning mistake by me. That won't happen again. Eric, you may hold on. Hey, this is Tito's show. This is Tito's show. You knock it off. Leave me alone. Eric, great call. If I sense weakness or if I don't like the play, Tito's going to be coming right over the top. I'll be dominating you guys moving forward, no doubt about it.
All right, I love it. All right, let's
at least I got takes. I got to play. This guy didn't even show up yesterday to give any takes. You were the only guy to give a take, and guess what I did? I gave my opinion on your games last night, and we had a successful show.
What's Tito's official record?
He's 2-4. I believe he's minus $320.
So he would be -4.
This was before anyone ever discussed the 3-star, the 2-star, the 1-star plays. I thought those plays were related to confidence level, not unit sizes. You guys never told me this until after the fact. And so guess what? I should have had a 3-star play on Moreno. I was super confident. I gave you all the edges. I gave you all the stats. And that I was only a 1-star play. I had no idea about the stars of the play.
So I called Tito out on that Jacksonville, Kansas City game and forced his hand on that $100 bet, or he would actually be lower than he is now.
That is correct. But Tito, that's the thing. You go heads up against us. You sense weakness. You strike. I think that can be a strength for you.
That's the play.
Let's get into the NFL. Just kind of the big picture of FanDuel odds to win the Super Bowl. The Eagles are the favorite at plus 230. That's your favorite, is plus 230. The Bengals next up at plus 250. The Chiefs are plus 280. And the Niners are the quote-unquote long shot at plus 320. This is wide open. This should make for some great games on Sunday. I saw a stat that both conference championship games have not closed under a 3-point spread since 1998. It's only happened now 3 times overall, so that is going to happen most likely, that these games are going to close at 3 or less. So it should be some great games, coming up on Sunday. Shawn, any thoughts on and we'll just kind of keep this broad, but any thoughts on the Super Bowl futures market? Just who's going to win? Do you see value anywhere, or is it just wide open?
I do see value, but it's in Jalen Hurts to win the MVP and also Joe Burrow to win the MVP. Because if they're both the favorites to win the Super Bowl, why not pick the best 2 players on the team? Put some money on the prop play to win the MVP. I don't have the odds in front of me, but just from you talking to me, that's where my head goes immediately. I'm sure they're probably plus 320, plus 400, somewhere around that range off the top of my head. But that's where I would lean with the 2 quarterbacks to win MVP for sure.
Tito, what's your take on that?
Total square pick. He's just going to take the 2 quarterbacks and say, oh, yeah, they're probably the odds-on favorites, so that's who I would do. That's the Sharpie Shawn analysis there. Come on, where's the sharp at? Where's your edges here? What kind of stats are you going to back up in regards to giving us some hot takes that maybe the other public are going to be faded? Everyone's going to be on Burrow and Hurts to win the MVP. Come on. Give me a coin flip. I got a play later on today. It's a little bit of a coin flip toss. How about that? That's what Tito brings to the show. What are you going to bring to the show? How about some passing yards? Do you think Brock Purdy is really Purdy and is going to be over on the number of passing yards he's going to play that he's going to throw on Sunday? No, because you don't know any more than I do. So this is just ridiculous. Call yourself Sharpie Shawn and give 2 just atypical, just blah takes. Just terrible.
So I tell you what, Eric, from now on you flip it to him first, and I'll see if he can come up with any kind of sharp play since he said that he's sharper than me.
I'm not sharp. You're the one who called yourself Sharpie Shawn.
So what makes it sharp is that you bet them now, Tito. You don't wait to the Super Bowl and bet them then when the odds come down. You bet both those quarterbacks now.
This is the same guy who got conned into taking the Giants against Hurts because he thought he was hurt. I mean, this is ridiculous. Why didn't you make that play last week? If you were so confident in Hurts last week, why didn't you do it then? I mean, Sharpie Shawn should have been on this from the very beginning of the playoffs, and yet all you want to do is just say, "Oh, look, yeah, that looks pretty good." Ridiculous. Wolf.
Is Shawn despondent right now, or is he preparing something? I feel like he was looking
He's
down.
despondent. He didn't show up yesterday. He's gone. It's all about Tito. I'm the new guy. I'm the one that's cashing checks, snapping necks. He'll be ready for it. He should be waiting for me in the ring when I deliver that TKO.
I was pulling up the Super Bowl MVP odds. Jalen Hurts is plus 350. I was pretty fucking close. Joe Burrow plus 400. I mean, get the fuck out of here with this. I'm dead on. I'm right on the money. That's what makes me sharp. I didn't even have the odds in front of me, and I knew what they were. Brock Purdy plus 450.
Man, Tito, I think you legitimately got under Shawn's skin right there. I think that was a moment of authenticity there.
Well, I love you, Fish.
Oh,
you know I love you, baby.
I had to pull up the odds.
This is all about content.
I had to pull up the odds, and then when I saw them, I'm like, I'm fucking dead on these things. Come on.
You're a great handicapper, but when it comes to being the sharp picker, I don't know, man. What I've seen thus far, I think there's a lot left to be desired, man.
Am I over 500?
You are.
And I'm in my worst sports right now. Well, NFL season just started. If it had just started, it'd be a different story.
I thought your sharp was NFL. I thought that's where your play was. Am I wrong in that? Isn't that what Eric announced at the beginning of the show, like a week and a half ago?
Yeah, so especially as a bettor, when you get closed into a box in the playoffs, there's no edges. So you don't have your edges. There's no games. You can't. So, and it's hard in the playoffs. That's the hardest time. The lines are as sharp as they're going to be. I did get conned in 2 of those plays, so that is affecting my record a little bit. So we'll see what happens this weekend.
Well, let's take a look at the public betting for that game. I know you love looking at these numbers, Shawn. I usually don't like looking until Friday, but I figured I would bring this up now since, obviously we just have 3 games left in the season. So Philly's a 2.5-point favorite, pretty much across the board. Total is 46 or 46.5, depending on your book. So far, and all this data is according to the Action Network. So far, the Eagles are getting 69% of the bets and 91% of the money. So it looks like the pros and the Joes are on Philly right now. The total's pretty tight. 54% of the bets are on the over. Also, 57% of the money is on the over. So, Shawn, I will grant your wish. Tito, you're going to go up first here. How do you see this game right now as we sit here on Wednesday?
Yeah, I love the Eagles. I think the Eagles are going to win. I think it's going to be a blowout. I like the under. I think the under is probably the sharp move. I don't see San Francisco really being able to move the ball in this Eagle defense. Hurts is really going to be able to control the game with his running. The Eagles are just a superior team. They proved that last week, and they proved that all season long when Hurts wasn't hurt. They were arguably the best team in the NFL. So I like the Eagles here, and I got some plays. I don't know if you want me to deliver those hot, steamy plays right now, or if you want me to wait till the end of the show. But I know I got some plays for the Eagles that I think the public is really, really going to like.
Let's wait on that until releasing them. Shawn, give your reaction to Tito's initial take there.
Well, so we have
he loves it. This is wonderful. He thinks I'm spot on. It is speechless. This is great.
Eagles and under. That's where Tito is leaning right now.
Yeah. So we have the number 1 defense in San Francisco, and we have the number 7th defense in points. This is points allowed per game, and the Eagles. So, but then we also have the Eagles' 3rd ranked offense, and the 49ers are 6th ranked offense. And under Brock Purdy, they've been doing nothing but scoring points. I get it. He didn't look great against Dallas, and that was a better defense that he finally faced, and that's where I was kind of leaning towards Dallas in that game. Boy, it's tough to go against Tito with the under there. I kind of agree. I think the sharp money should be on the under. But also, will Purdy turn the ball over? And that could, we could have an over there. So, boy, this is going to be a game that I'm probably not going to bet. I'm probably going to sit back, watch it, enjoy it with no bias. this is definitely a game I'm looking forward to watching. You know, I want to see what Purdy can do against the Eagles on the road in a hostile environment.
Yeah, I think that's what the game's coming down to is Purdy. And I looked this up again. This is all from Action Network. I want to give a proper credit. But Brock Purdy is going to be the 5th rookie quarterback to start a conference championship game. The previous 4 went 0-4 straight up and 1-3 against the spread with 4 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. Now,
can I guess who those were?
Well, that's what I'm about to get there, Shawn. So 2 of those 4 went on to become Super Bowl champs later in their career. The 2 that did not were Mark Sanchez with the Jets in 2009 and Shawn King with the Bucks. Remember him? That was the St. Louis Rams won the Super Bowl. They beat Shawn King and the Bucks 11-6 back in January of 2000. So Tito, I want to play a little guessing game with you here, okay? Would you like to guess the 2 quarterbacks that started a conference championship game as a rookie, lost the game, but then went on to become a Super Bowl champion later in their career? And I will give you a hint to start. It was from this century.
This century. Sure, I love guessing games. Tell me the question one more time, just so I'm 100% clear.
Repeat it one more time. So there were 2 rookie quarterbacks in this century that started a conference championship game as a rookie, lost that game, but then later in their career went on to become a Super Bowl champion winning quarterback. Which 2 would you like to guess?
Man, I'm gonna have to get a lifeline. Can you give me the first initial of the last name?
The first letter of the last name? All right.
Yes.
All right, well, I'll focus on one for now. F.
Gus Farrat. No.
I already know. I already know. Can I buzz in?
What's the second letter of the last name?
L.
Oh, Joe Flacco.
Oh, Delaware Flacco. Yes, 2008 when he was a rookie for the Ravens in the AFC Championship game. 0 touchdowns.
He didn't get that right. He got F and L. There's only one quarterback with
Come on, it was perfect. I needed some help. I couldn't remember Joe Flacco beating the Niners for the Ravens a couple years ago.
Well, Joe Flacco's a rookie, had no touchdowns and 3 interceptions in the AFC Championship game. Okay, there's one other. Tito, would you like to take a guess or would you like a hint?
I need a hint.
Okay, do you want the first letter of the first name?
First letter of the first name, yes.
B.
B.
Same division.
Oh, Brock Purdy. No.
No, sorry.
Let's see. What was second letter of the first name?
E.
Oh man. Man, what is it? Jeez, I don't know. All right. First letter of the last name.
R.
Oh man, Ben Rothwell. No.
Very, very close.
The guy, the alleged rape, Ben Roethlisberger.
The alleged, and then cut yourself off.
Say it. Allegedly, I don't know.
Ben Roethlisberger is correct.
Yeah,
yes.
All right, I got it. That's right. All right.
2004, Big Ben had 2 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. God, that was painful. I thought that was going to be fun, but that was more painful than fun.
Yeah.
Again, those rookie quarterbacks in conference championship games, 0-4 straight up, 1-3 against the spread. I think Shawn, it was you that mentioned it. Maybe it was Tito. I want to give proper credit, but the competition gets tougher as the playoffs go along. You know, Brock Purdy, you're not playing the Falcons anymore, or someone like that. You know, so he's done a fantastic job. But you know, I think that is clearly going to be a huge factor in this game. Something in favor of San Francisco. Your boy Shawn, Kyle Shanahan, 3rd most profitable coach in the playoffs over the last 20 years at 7-1 against the spread. He is 40-16 against the spread as a head coach against teams that allow under 24 points per game, like the Eagles. So he knows how to win and cover in tight games against good defenses. So that's you can maybe see my cat here in the background. Let's lift her up. You want to say hi to Callie? Say
hi, Callie. Oh, you're the pretty kitty.
So that's what's in favor for San Francisco. So any thoughts on there? Does that change any of your tunes at all? Because I'm leaning Eagles and under as well, but I'm not ready to give it out quite yet.
I have heard that Jimmy G might be ready to back up the game. So that's a wrinkle that is he ready to play? Is he ready for game action? Is Purdy struggle? They throw in Jimmy G. I don't know.
Well, has it been announced that Jimmy G's not even gonna? There's a. I know Shanahan said a couple weeks ago there's a chance he could play in the NFC Championship. Has that been completely ruled out? I haven't heard anything either way.
I wouldn't think Purdy can lose his job. He hasn't lost until he loses. I don't think he loses his job. That's just my take. How do you bench this guy? He's done nothing but win. You don't just say
he's Mr. Irrelevant. He had a terrible game, and Jimmy G kind of saved the 49ers season from Trey Lance. I mean, that's why that. I mean, this is essentially if Brock Purdy ends up winning, I can't envision this happening. This is the same crap that happened to Drew Bledsoe back in 2001 with Tom Brady stealing his job. I mean, I don't want to get into it. I'm a huge Bledsoe guy. We all know that, but this is essentially Jimmy Garoppolo's team. I mean, they tried to trade him last year. He saved their season again this year. Talk about Kyle Shanahan throwing people under the bus. What a terrible coach. He doesn't know what he's doing. No confidence. Jimmy G should come out with 3 broken legs and take over for Purdy. I doesn't even care. I mean, this is ridiculous.
I gotta disagree with you there. I'm sure Eric.
Flavor of the month guy here, Mr. Sharpie Shard Shawn.
No, when you don't, he hasn't lost a game. What do you want? You can't take his job away from him. Just like Tom Brady. Tom Brady never lost a game, so he couldn't give it back to Bledsoe. That's just the way it works in the NFL, bud.
No, it's not fair.
One more thing to look at with Purdy. I looked at his under passing yards prop. The passing yards prop under is 16-3 in Eagles games in their last 19 games dating back to last season. Let me make sure I made that clear. So looking at Eagles games in the last 19 games dating back to last season, the opposing quarterback has gone under their passing yards prop in 16 of those 19 games.
Yeah, I think I referenced that when I was talking about Daniel Jones, that they had allowed under 220 passing yards. I can't remember the numbers right now, but their defense has been great against the pass. I mean, Eric, what do you think? I mean, you think Jimmy G should be the starter?
I mean, maybe I just haven't been as locked in on the news. I've heard nothing about Jimmy G coming back. I'm hearing everything Purdy, so I don't even know if that's even relevant. I don't know. I could be wrong.
I mean, I've heard that, like Tito said, Shanahan said he might be ready for the NFC Championship game, but I don't think you make the switch right now. I just don't think there's any way you can do it. The team's behind Purdy right now.
Yeah,
it's going to be ugly. It's going to get ugly. The Eagles are going to dominate. Purdy's going to turn over the ball a lot. I would be surprised if the Niners scored more than 10 points.
Wow. So you must be ready to fire on Philly then, right? I mean, if you have a pick on this game, feel free to give it now.
Oh no, I have a couple plays on this game, and I'll have a pick on Friday for you guys on this game. But man, yeah, I mean, you guys, I'm gonna pick Philly. I mean, it's clear. I mean, it's evident. So, and Purdy and Nick Sirachi's gonna call off the dogs. It'll be like 35-3, and they'll say, okay, enough's enough. Point proven. So
can I give you some sharp advice? If you're gonna pick Philly, you might want to do it now while the line's at 2.5 and not wait till it's 3.5 on Friday.
That's what you should have done for the Bengals on Monday, but you didn't.
How about the total? The last 20 years,
the Bengals line.
Let's talk about the Bengals tomorrow. That's a little side comment. Relax. You don't have to respond to everything I say, bud.
Oh, you're talking about this game. I got you.
Yeah.
I thought you were
talking about that tomorrow. But one stat that's like just blinding my eyes right now for the total on this one. Last 20 years, when two teams averaging at least 130 rushing yards per game face off in the playoffs, it's only happened 6 times. But 2 of these were last week, both in the NFC divisional games. So again, 2 teams averaging at least 130 rushing yards per game square off in the playoffs. The under is 6-0, and it goes under by an average of 15.5 points per game.
Yeah.
That to me, I'm leaning Philly, but I think I'm ready to fire on the under. I'm going to lock it in. 1-star play at 46.5. It opened at 47. All the 47s are gone. I don't think it's going to get back up there. So I was on the unders last weekend and nailed that. I just don't see this one going over. I think the Niners NFC title game last year was 20-17. I think we probably see a similar game again here. I'm locking it in 1-star play under 46.5. What do you guys think?
Love it.
I like it. I think it's only going to go on. It's only going to drop. The number's only going to come down.
All right, any other official plays that anyone wants to put out now?
Yeah, I'll make some official plays, baby. I got Jalen Hurts anytime TD scored this weekend. Mark it down. That's a 2-star play. I see the odds are plus 110 on DraftKings, and that's a given. I mean, he's going to be running all over the place, and he's got that RPO down pat, and he's going to be able to score at will against this defense. No question about it.
I just want to make sure you understand it correctly, and maybe you do. But if he passes for a touchdown, that does not count. He has to run it. Okay, just making sure. Yeah. All right, so 2-star play, Hurts anytime touchdown score at plus 110. Is that correct?
That's right. DraftKings has it right now at plus 110. 2-star play, lock it in. And then, hey, for Mountain Steve, I know he wants some prop bets. I got some prop bets for you boys. We're going to take the Eagles. They're going to win the coin flip. That's plus 100. That's a 1-star play. It's also on DraftKings, and they're going to defer. They're going to dominate the first half. They're going to take it down at the end of the first half. They're going to score. Then they're going to get the ball back. They're going to jam it down their throats again, and Hurts is going to be running crazy all over them. And then after that, Sriracha is going to call off the dogs and say enough's enough. And Shanahan's is going to tip the cap to the Eagles.
So 1-star play on the Eagles to win the coin flip, and are you sure it's plus 100?
Plus 100, 1-star play, baby.
Okay, so then that's if you're going to bet the coin flip, that's the way to do it. Because I was going to talk about this probably before the Super Bowl. If you were going to bet the coin flip in the Super Bowl, or even on this game, I didn't even know they had it for this game. Do not take it at minus 110. I'm surprised that a book has it at plus 100. They usually juice it up because people are idiots and they'll pay the juice. When just like bet your buddy, like heads or tails. There's no juice then. If you're laying minus 110 on the coin flip, you are a complete square and you should not be gambling. But if you're getting plus 100, it's the same thing as betting one of your buddies. So if you want to say Eagles win the coin flip plus 100, I'm good with that. Shawn, have you thought of that angle before about the coin flip?
I have not. That's a good angle. Maybe the books have caught on to what you're saying and they're adjusting to make it even money. Why wouldn't they? They want the action.
Mr. Sharp over here doesn't even know the play. Eric, man, you're the sharp. You're the guy with the stats and the sharpiness of all this giving back and forth, man. This Sharpie Shawn.
10 or 15 years ago, I was betting coin flips. I don't do that silly stuff anymore.
Yeah, like I said, if you're going to bet the coin flip, just bet your buddy. Heads or tails or which team's going to win. It's just math. It's not sharp. It's just math. One thing you mentioned, Jalen Hurts, anytime touchdown score, you like that play. Jalen Hurts to throw an interception, yes. This is not a play for me, but I just saw this stat. The last 5 quarterbacks to face the 49ers have thrown a pick. Also 7 of the last 8 and 9 of the last 11. So if you like Jalen Hurts to throw an interception, you got some data behind you there. That could be something to consider. Shawn, you said you're probably just going to pass this game and watch it. I'm sure you'll be taking a look at props. Anything you want to give it at this time, or you're just going to hold off for now?
I would like to talk about overreaction to the NFL games. The Eagles beat a bad Giants team, so the public is overreacting to how well the Eagles won that game. They dominated a bad Giants team, and so there's so much overreaction with the public. The Eagles, Tito's one of them. The Eagles are going to dominate this game. It's going to be a blowout. It's not going to be a blowout. I think it's going to be a good game. Late in the game, I think the way that the Eagles run the ball, can they control the clock? But also San Francisco controls the clock. I do love the underplay, but I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think that's an overreaction. The San Francisco 49ers defense, they're for real. They're for real. Let's not forget this. They're the number 1 defense for a reason. So they're going to shut down the Eagles running game. They're going to limit Hurts to a lot of, check down passes. This is going to be a good game. So I wouldn't overreact to the Eagles blowing out the Giants. NFL is such, what did you watch last weekend? And the Dallas Cowboys have a great defense. And Purdy made some mistakes, but give him credit. He got the W. So I'm excited to watch this game. I do not think it's going to be a blowout. I think the under is probably a very solid bet. I don't personally think I'm going to bet it. I want to watch this game with no bias because in the Super Bowl, I want to have a large bet. That's what I like to bet, to go like 10-star bet or something like that. But, I want to watch this game with no bias, no money on the line. I want to see what's what. Because I do like the odds on the NFC to win the Super Bowl. I think there's some value there now, especially with a banged up Mahomes. So I just want to watch this game personally with no money on the line.
Tito, any other thoughts on this game before we move to the picks?
Nope. Everyone knows where I'm at. Everyone knows that I'm sharp, and that my plays are on spot.
All right. Well, that's our NFC title game breakdown, AFC title game breakdown coming tomorrow. Getting to the picks, Tito, you have the honors again, my friend, because I guess I juiced out yesterday, and you and Shawn didn't lose any money, didn't have any picks. So you are 2-4 in the year, down $320. You have 3 pending plays on the Royal Rumble on Saturday night. Anyone outside the WWE roster to enter the Rumble, no, plus 150, 2-star play. Cody Rhodes to be the Iron Man in the Rumble, plus 100 even money play. That's another 2-star play. And then Bray Wyatt to win his match against, what's his opponent's name again? LA something?
LA Knight. Yeah.
All right. Well, that bet is minus 1,000. So Tito has made it a 3-star play. Did you hear that, Shawn? He made it a 3-star play. He is going to bet $3,000 to get a return of $300. I'm sure a financial advisor would say that's a very wise investment.
Such a risky play.
I told you yesterday, Eric, I wasn't gonna have any more WWE plays. I lied. I got another one for you today, baby.
All right.
And so we're gonna do that. We'll do that one last. I know everyone wants my wrestling, especially South City Zebra. He wants those wrestling takes and he wants those wrestling plays. So I'll give that last. But we're gonna go to college basketball, baby. We're gonna go to the Big East. Is that where Xavier plays? I think it's the Big East. I hope it's
That's
the Big
correct.
East.
Correct. Yes.
We're going to go to the Big East, the big time matchup on FS1 tonight, baby. Gus Johnson going to be calling the action. It's going to be in UConn, baby. Jimmy Calhoun, what a fraud that guy is. I know he doesn't coach anymore, and it's great. It's awesome, baby. I love it. And we got Xavier going in. They're getting 7.5 points, right? No, they're getting 6.5. That's right. They're getting 6.5 points. They're the number 13 team in the nation, baby. They've been on fire on the road in the Big East. And so when I talked about yesterday about going on the road and not really trying to get right, it doesn't matter. They're on fire. They're number 13 team in the nation. They have proven over and over again in conference play that they can win on the road. I like Xavier in this matchup tonight. Getting 6.5, 13 team in the country. Danny Hurley doesn't have this UConn team going right. They're terrible. They're not like Bobby Hurley and Arizona State. Little Danny Hurley from Seton Hall. Oh, terrible coach that guy is. He's terrible. We got Xavier, though. And they got Shawn Miller. And Shawn Miller's got this team rising up above the rim. They're going fire, baby. I love the play. 2-star play. Xavier getting 6.5 on DraftKings. I also like for a 3-star play. I like Xavier plus 220, the money line play. You're going to take Xavier on the money line as well. And that's a 3-star play, baby. And it's going to be great. It's awesome. So no stats, no really high recommendations, but 3-star, 2-star, big unit sizes, baby. You love it. I know Shawn loves it. He's going to play it tonight. I know he is. He's so excited. Look at him down there shaking his head. He's excited. I'm excited. It's going to be awesome, baby. But then we're going to go to the WWE now. And on betonline.ag, there's another prop play. You heard me talking all week about how Cody Rhodes is going to win the Royal Rumble. He's going to go on to WrestleMania. He's going to main event WrestleMania. Well, there's a play now for Roman Reigns, who's going to be fighting Kevin Owens. And whoever wins that matchup, it's minus 5,000 Roman Reigns to win at Saturday night. We're going to take Roman Reigns. We're going to take the minus 5,000, 3-star play. He's also going to win, and that's a 3-star play. So I don't know how much money I'm having to bet to get $300 or how much money I'm risking. I guess it's 15,000 I'm risking. I don't know. And so that's the other wrestling pick. and I'll probably have some more later on this week. I'll keep you on your toes, though.
Oh my God.
You do know that these are already determined who's going to win.
Which is even more reason to bet them, because guess what? When it's already predetermined and they got betting lines on it, that's all you got to do. And your take yesterday about having them change the script, non-existent. Doesn't matter, because there's too many wrestling squares that bet with their heart. They don't bet with their mind. They still think pro wrestling is legitimate. They don't really know that it's not legitimate. It's not really, it's predetermined. They don't really understand that. You see the guys on YouTube, it's still real to me, damn it, right? You see all these clips. That's why they make money. It's because these squares are like, oh, I like this guy. This guy should win the Royal Rumble. No, it's predetermined. So listen to the sharp Tito for wrestling. I know it's predetermined, baby. So listen to me, get some bets in, and take my advice, because I'm spot on.
I want to be clear that there's no way in hell that you can get 15 grand down on a Royal Rumble.
I was gonna. There's no
bet on any website, let alone bet on. I'm gonna let you have it for the sake of the show. We're not hiding the fact. I mentioned this yesterday. We know you're not a betting man. That's not really how you operate. So for the sake of the show, and my God, if you lose this and you drop 15 grand, you will be behind for the rest of your eternity trying to get out of this hole. Shawn, do you recommend bets like these in real life? Something where you can bet at minus 5,000?
Hell no, brother.
Hell no is right. But we're going to let it count for the sake of the show. Again, to recap, that's Roman Reigns to win minus 5,000, 3-star play. Tito is betting 15. I can't even get it out. 15,000. Oh my God. So you could buy a new car for 15 grand, but you're just going to give it to the bookie and he'll give you back $15,300 after you win your bet on Saturday night.
Is that what it is?
Is
that how the math works?
Yeah, because you're betting 5,000 to win 100. So multiply each by 3. You're betting 15,000 to win 300 on this play. You also have the Xavier play tonight. You got a plus 220 on the money line, 3-star play. Also taking Xavier with the points, plus 6.5, 2-star play. And again, the other two plays you gave out, 2-star and Hurts, anytime touchdown scorer, plus 110. And 1-star in the Eagles to win the coin flip at plus 100. I think I got all that.
You got it.
Anything else, Tito? Oh my God, that is a lot of money out there.
I have.
Baby, you want some bets? I'm gonna bring the bets every day. I'm gonna bring the fire every day for you, baby.
I have seen on Twitter some $1 million bets that the people were placed on the Chargers money line to win like 1,500 back. Have you guys seen those?
I don't know if that's real. I don't know if that's real either. I'm not sure a book would take that, but I could be wrong.
Help me understand really quick. Money line. What does that even mean? I don't even know what that means. I like Xavier.
Just bet the money line, baby, on Xavier.
What's the money line? What do they just have to win?
They just have to win. So you're firing a 3-star play on Xavier on the money line, not even knowing what it means. Am I clear?
They're getting plus. It's plus 220. They're going to win. They're going to beat UConn. They're going to go into UConn. Forget the 6.5 points. They're going to win. And hey, if I think they're going to win by more than 6.5.
So if I could give you some advice, Tito, what I would do is I would take Xavier plus 6.5 for my 3-star play, and then I would take the 1-star play on the money line. That way, if they do cover, you still profit, and if they lose straight up, you don't lose that. You still win your 3-star play. That's sharp.
Proven today on today's show, I'm the sharp. We're saying with what I got going on here, it's not even a 1-star play. There's a 2-star play for the getting the 6.5 points. It's a 3-star play for the money line. We're keeping it. Lock it in, Eric.
For the record, Shawn is 100% correct. Shawn, let's move over to you, man. It's 9-7 record, plus 530. So a little bit of a slump lately, but man, like I said, you've been nailing those 2-star plays. You still got a nice cushion and a nice profit. So what do you have for us today?
I got a few plays. Do you want me to get into my AFC plays? Or do you want me to wait for tomorrow?
I'd wait on those for tomorrow. Unless you think the line's going to move and you want to play it now.
Nah, we'll wait.
Okay.
They're two prop plays. We're going to take the Bonnies tonight, money line, minus 175 for a 2-star play. We're going to take Texas Tech, minus
Good analysis. Way to go. Really proved the point.
Hey, I look at money markets, bro. Texas Tech minus 2.5, a 1-star play. Wisconsin plus 4.5, 1-star play. Army under 135.5, 1-star play. Navy under 134.5, 1-star play. Maine under 141.5, 1-star play.
What's your body play again?
He's got the bodies on the money line. Bodies on the money line minus 175, 2 stars.
Give me Fordham all day. This is terrible. Bodies are terrible. 10-10. Yeah, they're good at home, 9-1. But Fordham, man, these guys know what they're doing. Slew had a rough time with them here in the Chaffetz a couple weeks ago. Give me the Fordham Bulldogs or whatever they're called. Give me that.
91% of the money's on the Bonnies.
Trying to find it. Oh, I just found it. Okay. The money line on Fordham, Tito, is plus 150. You want that?
Lock it in. 2-star play. Fordham going to beat the Bodies.
All right, Shawn, I'm going to recap. Just make sure I have it all. Bonnie's 2-star play, money line minus 175, and the rest are 1-star plays. Texas Tech minus 2.5. Badgers plus 4.5. Army under 135.5. Navy under 134.5. Guess you're not hiring those military academies to score points. And then Maine under 141.5. Is that correct?
That is correct, sir.
All right, Tito, I like what you're doing there. I actually think, I don't know about the money. I would take Fordham on the spread if I had to. The Bonnies are nothing to what they've been the last few years. Basically, all their good players transferred elsewhere. And so, I think SLU took their measure pretty easily. I think you might be in trouble, Shawn. I think you might be in trouble. We'll have to see.
Come on after me then, bro. Come on after.
Just did, bro. Just did. We're going to have a hot take tomorrow, baby. Going to be proving my college basketball superiority to you, baby.
I love all the action. Now we are getting to domesticated gamblers. Now we're going here. Now we're going. All right. Anything else, Shawn? That's it.
Well, I got a lot of games I like, but I didn't want to rattle on forever.
Dude, if you want to make the bets, money's money, like we say. So if you think you got an edge, make the play.
All right, we'll go with UMass plus 1.
1 star?
1 star.
Who they playing tonight? I can't remember.
And South Florida plus 6.
South Florida?
South Florida plus 6.
All right, we got South Florida plus 6, 1-star play. A lot of action. A lot of action. This is great.
My notes here.
What conference does UMass play in?
A10, baby. That's SLU's conference.
UMass is in the A10. Man, I'm locked in. Woof.
They're now coached by Frank Martin. Remember him? The fire guy from Kansas State. He looks like Frankenstein. Dude is like, I heard he's like the nicest guy in the world, though, like in real life. He had 2 really bad bouts with COVID. He lost all his hair, so he's just rocking the bald head right now. I know he is like a monster on the sidelines, but I've heard that dude is like a teddy bear in real life. So I like UMass. Yeah, I like that play. Sure. I don't know who they're playing, but yeah, plus 1. Why not?
Wake Forest, Spiders, baby.
Wake Forest.
Richmond.
And last one we'll do Wake Forest plus 3, playing Pitt.
Oh, I like to play Timmy Duncan and Randolph Childress. Going to come from retirement or coming. They're going to have 1 more year of eligibility. I'd like to play.
All right. I think you got a winner on Wake last week, too, if I remember correctly. So, yeah, so that's 3 additional 1-star, all 1 stars for Shawn?
Yeah, all additional 1 stars.
Okay, so the Bonnies is the only 2-star play. The additional play is UMass plus 1, South Florida plus 6. You probably might see them at USF at your book, and Wake Forest plus 3. All right, I'm up next. I've just been as average as could be. I'm 7-8. I'm down $151. Reminder: I have the over 3 in the Bayer Leverkusen Bochum game in the Bundesliga today. That starts at 1:30 Central Time. Have a pending play with Djokovic to win the Aussie at minus 110. He is on to the semifinals. I don't know if you guys saw this. He just destroyed the number 5 seed last night. Like just wiped the floor with them. Djokovic now minus 420 to win the tournament on FanDuel.
He did this back in 2015 or 2016 when the last time he won the Australian. He kind of came up with a so-called hurt hamstring, and then steamrolled his way all the way through to the final. So
I
that
text Eric
play's looking
about that.
fantastic.
I text Eric about that. He's kind of a diva when it comes to injuries. He likes to talk it up a little bit, and he's gonna gut this one out and get in the history books.
Yeah, and we talked about it how they didn't let him play in this tournament last year because he's unvaccinated. So I know he is just out for blood. He's just beating the absolute hell out of people. He's facing an unseeded player in the semifinals. So I think he's just going to breeze there. And he'll come down in the final. And I got a minus 110 bet on him. Like, it's another thing about futures I should add. Some people are like, oh, I just don't want to like have my money held up. Dude, there is so much value in futures. I crushed the NFL in futures this year, crushed the soccer EPL in particular in futures last year. But like I say, money is money. And if you have an edge, and futures, I almost like going bigger on the unit sizes a lot of times because there's not so much variance in just one game. With baseball, you got 162 games to, sample size. So I'm a big proponent of futures. It can really help you if I went back and look, I bet I was a losing player last year just betting game to game. But with futures, it made me profitable, no sweat. So big fan of that. Hopefully Djokovic can finish it off this weekend. I did give out the under 46.5 in the Niners and Eagles earlier in the show. That's a 1-star play. I do have one bet in college hoops tonight. This is just a stupid random game, a complete degenerate special. It is 9 p.m. Central. Chicago State at Stanford. A random game in the middle of conference play. I'm going under here, 134.5 at BetMGM, 1-star play. Both these teams just suck. Chicago State is they're 5-16. Stanford is 7-12. They rank way down on the list in KenPom and tempo, which means they both like to play slow. Chicago State, I don't know what the hell they're doing. They're an independent school, so they just play like whoever. They just played Monday night at Coastal Carolina. Now they fly all the way across the country to play Stanford 2 days later. Just bizarre. I'm sure they're getting a fat paycheck for doing this. But Stanford's like right in the middle of Pac-12 play. One of their biggest games of the year is coming up on Saturday. It's their home game against Cal, which is their longtime rival. This just screams sleepy, boring game. Pac-12 network that nobody has. Give me a 1-star.
Tito shaking his head.
It's an under, Tito. 134.5 at BetMGM. I like this play when it came out last night. It's actually been bet down a couple points since then, so hopefully I didn't miss the best of it here. But I do feel good about this play. Tito, you coming up on me on this one?
Oh yeah, go the over on this one too, baby. Let's see here. It was Chicago State. They just scored 70 points. They scored 82 points. They scored 70 points. Oh boy, I like the over on this one, especially against Eric. This degenerate play. I'll have some action on this too. 2-star play. Take the over on this one, baby. There's no chance. Stanford, right? You're right. Stanford's locked into Pac-12 play. They're ready and loaded. They're gonna have to play. They're gonna have to perform. They're probably gonna score 85 to 90 points, I think, themselves. And I think Chicago State knows how to score. And it's gonna get ugly for you because the over is gonna ship it. And especially if it's been going down, if the unders kept on going down, the sharps got to this early, and 2-star play over.
Man, just coming over the top on me. So you're getting over 134.5 on that, okay? Man,
Yeah.
I can't. There's going to be a ton of people that are in Vegas tonight, and they're sitting at the sports books. They've had their asses handed to them all day at the tables. Maybe some of the early action in sports. And it's going to be the late game out there, and they're going to see Chicago State against Stanford. And they're going to go, God, I got to get my winnings back here. Let's just bet the favorite or let's bet the over. That's what's going to happen. They're going to lose their ass. Tito, you're going down tonight. This game's going under. I got one more play, and I teased it at the start. I've gone 1-star in I think every single play so far on the show. I'm going 3 stars tonight in the NHL. I was researching this one, and I'm like, man, I think I'm going to make this 2-star play. And I told myself, Tito, if I get a text from Godson Ty, and he's on the same page as me, I'm going to make it a 3-star. And sure enough, I got a text this morning from Godson Ty. We have the exact same play. So it is 8:30 p.m. Central tonight on TNT. I'm going 3 stars on the Columbus-Edmonton game, and I'm going over 6.5 at minus 125. on BetMGM. So listen to my handicap here, and then Tito, you decide if you want to come over the top here, all right? We're going to start with CBJ. They are 26-21, so the over the season. 8 of their past 11 have gone over 6.5. So that's good, but not like overwhelming. But the Oilers have just been an over machine. They are 31-14-3. So the over this season, that's 69%. And they've just been consistent at cashing too. So Edmonton's last game had only 6 goals, so it went under. The Oilers have played 48 games this season. Only twice have they had back-to-back games going under 6.5 goals. And I'll give you a comparison. So the Blues, our hometown St. Louis Blues, they're 30-14-3 to the over this season. Almost the exact same record as Edmonton to the over. The Blues have had 7 times this year where they've had back-to-back games going under 6.5. So the Oilers, if they have a down game, they just get right back to it, scoring next time out. It's very unlikely they're going to have low-scoring games back-to-back. And when I handicap a game, just in general, I want to try and like poke holes in my theory and in my handicap to make sure I'm not missing anything. Take a look on the other side. I think that's healthy in gambling and in life. Look at the other side. So CBJ, they're the worst team in the league. Edmonton's about a -400 favorite tonight. And I thought, like maybe the Oilers are just going to like coast and not run it up. So I noticed that there are 5 teams in the league that have under 40 points. So I said, let's take a look at how Edmonton has done against those teams. So they have had 6 games against the bottom 5 teams in the NHL this season. The over 6.5 is a perfect 6-0 with an average of 8.8 goals per game. Just crazy. They have extremely high scoring games against these bad teams here. So 2 more quick things in our favor. The total's gone over in 12 of the last 18 meetings between these teams. And this is a point in general, if this game gets to a point where it's 3-3 with only 6 goals scored, you cash no matter what, because overtime and the shootout count in the total. So that's just a good reason, just in general. If you're looking at NHL totals and you see 6.5, consider the over, because 3-3 is a win for you. So again, we are going 3-star play on the over 6.5 in CBJ at Edmonton tonight. It's a -125 on BetMGM. So that means I'm risking $375 to win $300. Tito, you coming at me or not?
Oh yeah, I'm coming at you hardcore right now. This is not looking very good. They played on Monday night. The over went over. The last 3 games for the Blue Jackets, the over hit. They're due for a regression. They've scored 3 goals. They've scored 5 goals. They've scored 3 goals again. The last time the over didn't hit, 2-1 loss to Nashville at home. No, is at Nashville. And man, no, it's not going to hit. Edmonton's is probably the superior team, and they're a high scoring team. But no, Columbus is not going to score 3 goals against Edmonton.
I don't like Tito's take on this one. I could see a 4-1 game here.
Wow. But look at all the data I just gave you. Like what? Tito, you're
supposed to Schmeda. Who really gives a crap about data? Data doesn't really matter. I just gave you some data myself. You're gonna poo-poo my data. I'm poo-pooing your data, punk.
Sometimes regression happens.
My God. Okay. Well, Tito, like for the record, like I didn't mean you had to go against up on every single play. But let's see how it goes tonight.
Here we go. Get ready to be called out by the master Tito. Everyone wants to know my takes. Everyone wants to know my plays. You convinced me yesterday. Here we go, baby. You're lucky I didn't criticize every single one of each one of your takes. I should have went against every single one of your takes. Here I am laying 3 stars, 2 stars. There's no 1-star play for me, Daddy. It's all 3 and 2 stars because that's how Tito rolls. And I don't care if I'm going to be down negative 50,000 by the end of this show. It doesn't matter, baby, because Tito knows what he's talking about. I just give stats to back it up, and I can't wait to come on tomorrow to hold both you guys accountable after I go undefeated with all my plays tonight, baby.
All right, where's your soccer game at? Who'd you take?
Today it's this afternoon at 1:30.
I told him yesterday that was another terrible play. Bayer Leverkusen is not going to have the over. That's a terrible play too yesterday.
Bayer Leverkusen and Bochum, Bundesliga, Germany, 1:30. Tito, so all right, I just looked up the numbers. Edmonton, CBJ, if you take the under 6.5 up against me, you're getting plus 110. So you're getting
love it.
How many stars you want on that?
2-star. There's no 1-star, 3-star, 15-star, 2-star play.
All right, two-star play. I have a busy day on Twitter recapping all this stuff. Anybody else? Anything else to add before we wrap it up here?
This might have been our longest show ever, but I don't really care. I got a lot of screen time. I got a lot of takes. Everyone loves Tito. Everyone loves my takes. Shawn's has got his tail between his legs. He's kind of conformed to Tito. He came off light. He came off hot and tried to do the Undertaker theme. But guess what? Didn't work out, did it, Shawn? I had too many takes for you. You just sit back, let Tito take the show over, and that's fine by me, baby.
Plus 550, bro.
That's right. Plus 550 Moreno. That's what I play. That's what I cast this past Saturday night. You're right.
But I'm up.
Oh, woof. Who cares?
Yeah, Tito's still down for the show overall, despite that plus 550.
That's all going to change the night, Daddy. Look at all my plays. Follow Tito. That's what it's all about.
All I know is I'm not paying for the sandwich right now.
That's right. The end of the month is approaching, so we'll see what shakes out tonight. A lot of action. It'll be an interesting night tonight for the domesticated gamblers as we saddle in after the kids go to bed and watch some sports. So that's going to wrap it up. Remember to hit that like button on your way out. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, post a comment on this video. We can interact with you there. And hit the notification bell so you get our videos as soon as we drop one. You can also follow us on Twitter @GamblingDads. I will be recapping everything tonight after all this action is complete. So for Shawn, for Tito, I'm Eric. This has been Domesticated Gamblers. Thanks for watching, guys. We will see you tomorrow.
Let's cash.